Story number 1. I invited my friend to the park to have several other friends make fun of him. Several months back, I was walking home from school with two of my friends. One named Keegan and the other Rowan. All of us are 14 at the time. As a joke, I called Rowan gay. He got really pissed. He screamed at me saying, "I'm not gay," then charged at me, swung me around by grabbing onto my bag, then punched me in the back of the head. He then ran away to his house. I was feeling two main feelings, confusion and shock. I ran after him, told him I'm sorry, then we all went home. I got home, thought about it, and then the more I thought about it, the more I got pissed. I was so angry that he attacked me like that. I really wish that I had punched him back. I was also super angry because he called me gay a few times before too. We didn't talk for a few weeks after that. So the way I retaliated is by making fun of him behind his back with Keegan. We never said any of this to him, but we would make fun of his weight, even though I'm the same size as him. One day, Keegan had a few friends over, and all of us hung out outside. It was me, Keegan, our brothers, and the two other friends, Evan being the oldest, and Zach being the youngest. They were also brothers. I told Zach and Evan about Rowan, and they told me I should invite Rowan to the park. They wanted to see what he looked like. I showed them a picture. They really wanted to see him in person, so I invited him. We had talked a little bit before this, so I felt that it was okay to do it. So the 6 of us walked down there to meet him. Before we got there, I told Keegan to call him fat, and I told Evan to call him gay. I was feeling nervous, even though I planned all this like a complete asshole. So when we met him there, they immediately tore into him. I hardly spoke a word to him while Keegan and Evan said terrible things while we hung out. "Why are you so fat? You're gay. Does the ground shake when you jump?" They said nasty things, most of which I didn't even tell them to say. I told Keegan and Evan to stop because I was already regretting this, but they didn't stop. They kept going. Then eventually Rowan went home. I felt like a piece of garbage. It was one of the lowest things I had ever done. It was one of my biggest regrets in life. Me and him didn't talk for about a month, until one day I called him to see if he wanted to play an online game. So we did. And we didn't speak a word about it. We acted like nothing happened. I would like to apologize, but I also wonder if he had forgotten about it. He had no idea that I told Keegan and Evan to do that. I wonder if I should apologize or just let it be forgotten. Entry number 2. I'm the privileged white guy from your school and honestly proud. I was the pretty boy my whole life. I had the girls chasing me around the playground in elementary school. I was the kid who had rich parents who could give me all the newest stuff and had the biggest swimming birthday parties. I was the kid who got all the brand new gaming systems. I was the kid who had all the friends I could ever want. I was the guy in middle school who was making out with your crush behind the curtain of the drama room in school. Then I was making out with another girl after school when she left. I was the guy who played football and made captain every year. I was the guy to first lose their virginity in school to your crush. I was the guy whose dad bought him a brand new GT. I was the guy who took all the AP and advanced classes and got a 95% to 100% in every class since the beginning. I was the guy who went to the D1 college on a full ride football scholarship. I was the frat boy still managing to get all A's while playing football and destroying my body with alcohol. I was the one making out with that girl you thought you had a connection with from Psych 101 at the bar Saturday night, then bringing her back to my dorm for sex, without a second thought. While you spent countless nights studying until 3 a.m., I was spending all my nights chasing girls and having fun. I was that guy who graduated with honors and got a 6-figure job starting out because I did beer bong with my frat brother whose dad is an executive for Fortune 500, while you begged and searched for any unpaid internships just for a chance to get a job. I was the guy who married that girl you thought you had a chance with. My parents bought us a massive house with utilities and fully furnished, just because they wanted to get rid of it. I am the tall, tan, thick-haired, buff, well-endowed, athletic guy who's had everything he could ever want. Everything handed to him and never been told no. My wife is now pregnant with my son, and I'm gonna raise him the same exact way. And I'm happy to raise the next generation of guys like me. Entry number 3. I stole money from my son's wallet while I visited his house. My son, 20 male, is much more successful than my wife and I, 43 male. We are not in a great spot financially. After my wife was laid off from her job, I was working a part-time minimum wage job. We barely make enough money to keep our house. My son invited us to visit at his house and stay for dinner. He lives alone in a huge house, at least from my standards. And that idea led me through this train of thought about security, as well as keeping an eye on everything in the house because my wife works for a home security company. We were short on money that month, and while my wife was talking with our son, I found his wallet and looked inside. There was a total of $150. Give or take a few. I took a total of $70 from his wallet and went back to the room they were talking in. I feel really bad and embarrassed. My son can never know of what I did. I should have just asked him if he could give me some money to get ourselves back on our feet. Son, if you find this, I'm sorry. Entry number 4. I fed into my schizophrenic friend's delusions in middle school as a joke. In 8th grade, my schizophrenic friend would have delusions where she thought her family were CIA agents that were assigned to monitor her and eventually bring her to jail if she didn't behave. I was bored and thought it would be funny to play along. And so I told her I believed her, and that I thought the same about my parents, and that we were being researched by scientists because we're special. Well, long story short, she ended up having to go to inpatient for the rest of the school year and transferred school/moved away. Don't know what ended up happening to her that year, and I haven't seen her since. I'm 22 now, but I heard her parents kicked her out in high school and she dates a crack dealer now. I really hope she's okay. I still feel for her and feel so bad for my actions. I wish her the best. Entry number 5. Grandpa blamed me for watching porn on his iPad, and Grandma flashes her jahugas. Not safe for work. I was 13 and hitting puberty. I had a little brother who was playing Minecraft on the iPad, and he clicked the home button twice, and Safari came up. It had hella porn on it. Lil bro, who was 7 at the time, confronts Grandma about this, and she confronts Grandpa about this. I'm being honest when I say it wasn't me, but Grandpa had one get out of jail free card. The fact that I was a young boy going through puberty, he blamed me. Grandpa and Grandma scolded me. After saying it wasn't me, Grandma had an idea, and she flashed me. She had a white button down with nothing underneath, and she decided to pull them out so she could cure me. Entry number 6. I left a film crew at a film set when I was supposed to be there right home. I was living in Hollywood many years ago, and I figured I would give film a shot. So I got hired as a PA for an independent film. The scene I went to was at a bar somewhere up north in the middle of nowhere. I drove a bunch of other PAs and the lighting crew members to the shoot. We started around 7 p.m. and it went all the way until the early morning. I was so tired. I guess nobody had told me how long we were going to be out there. And since it was my first shoot, I hadn't realized that shoots go on and on and on and on, just for a few small scenes that probably are no more than 5 minutes. I was so exhausted and tired. I had to leave, but couldn't. I was so exhausted and tired, I had to leave, but couldn't since I was the ride for a bunch of people. There were still a few more hours left of the shooting, and it was around 6 a.m. at this point. At this point, I was just standing around, hardly doing anything. I went to my car and took a little nap, but then I just said fuck it. Left their belongings of the crew outside the bar, and just fucking took off and blocked everyone online after that. I felt/still feel like shit, but I just had to get out of there. Sorry, crew. That is the end of the video. I really appreciate you guys watching if you made it this far. Please remember to like and subscribe. That would really help me out. And in future videos, I will be giving credit to the original posters. I kind of made this video a little unorganized and just, you know, I kind of just put it all together really fast, but in the future I will be doing a lot more to give credit to the people that posted. I really enjoyed making this video, by the way. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. That really will help. I'm really excited to see if I can make this a potential career. So any type of interaction would be very much appreciated. With that being said, thank you for watching. Have a good night.